Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our post CPI disaster Bitcoin update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So one thing I will say at present is that we are holding this support level at the moment. Obviously, further negative sentiment in the markets, particularly the S&P taking another leg down, will no doubt test the resolve of this level. At which point, if it is lost, then yeah, we could certainly be looking at another leg lower, taking out this low, potentially taking out this low, and heading at least down to 16,500 in the medium term, not necessarily in one go, but yeah, things obviously not looking ideal here. Yeah, I mean, CPI came in at 8.3, it was predicted 8.1, but lots of other analysts were predicting lower than 8.1. So yeah, it was a massive disappointment, and yeah, I think we pretty much said in yesterday's video, if it does come in higher than expected, we'll pretty much come straight back down to this level here. Maybe not in one candle, but yeah, it was pretty much, well, nearly one candle. 1 4-hour candle, that is. And yeah, we find ourselves at this support area. So question is, do we hold this or do we not hold this? Stock markets looking particularly worse here, because they have lost obviously this initial support area and are currently trying to bounce off this level here, which is not particularly as important. But yeah, we've got this low here. Take out this low, we'll certainly, as certain as anything is, potentially find our way coming down to test the lows again. So is that going to happen? We shall have to see. Can we turn around? Can we get back above this support level? Basically pretty much above the 4,000 psychological important level. Also, it's not just a psychological level, it is an important level. But yeah, get back above there and grind it out a bit. Maybe we can try and reverse some of this disgusting move down. But yeah, obviously a dollar index having a very significant bounce off the back of that, not hitting its recent highs though, and easing off here. So if it does come back down to the support, take it out, then yeah, I mean, high, low, lower, high, and then we can gun for a lower low. But obviously we are a million miles away from that at the moment. 10-year skirting around these highs here, like literally a stone's throw away from this high here. 3.5% will not be a good number for us to be out. Heading towards 4% will clearly not. I mean, we're obviously in a stock market crash, red alert zone at the moment, with obviously what's going on. So I mean, I think the Fed kind of realizes it can't mess about with its actual liquidity. And yeah, US dollar, Japanese yen as well took a spike to its recent all-time ridiculous highs, but that is easing off a little bit. Yeah, all in all, not looking too good. Even if we look at gold, back towards its recent lows, but yeah, struggling to catch this. Obviously, this coin struggles to catch a bid at any given time. And oil within this range, back above this level of support, below this important level of resistance. So yeah, I mean, this is probably at the moment where it wants to reside. Ultimately, I think it will turn lower unless there is any drivers to drive it obviously higher. Basically like global macro drivers, like conflicts and sort of things, because if we just go on the weakening of the economy recession narrative, this does actually have to come lower. So it can only realistically be like conflict narratives that can drive this back up, which is practically what happened before anyway. What else should we look at? The Ethereum BTC pairing, just about clinging on to support here, bouncing off it nicely at the moment. Obviously got a lot of work to do, but yeah, if it holds here and then moves onwards and upwards from here, that is not too bad. The Ethereum USD pairing basically rejected at resistance, bounced back into support, pretty textbook there, and the Bitcoin dominance similarly, basically into support, rejected at resistance. I mean, it's mad, that, isn't it? That's how markets work. I want to adjust this, but where is it? Where is the edge of this box? I can see it. So let's just quickly do this because it is bugging me. Yeah, that oh no, it's when you let go of the mouse it then moves, and that's why like they end up wrong. But yeah, that'll do. Might as well adjust the top whilst we're at it, and then we can forget about that for a bit. Yes. What is wrong with it? There we go. Right, yeah. So apologies for wasting your guys' time with that. But yeah, into basically bounced off support, bounced into resistance. Now actually we are holding literally the midpoint where we had this obviously block of price action here and like a little bit of price action there. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. But yeah, if we do want to just look at stock markets, they're not looking good. They need to regain 4,000. If they don't regain 4,000, then yeah, there's a high probability that we come back down towards these lows. So yeah, all to play for. Nothing else I particularly wanted to look at on here. Let's look at stochastics. We do know the short time frames were getting a bit tired. How is this dump affected the more medium time frames? 4 hour looking like it could give us support here, which we need. We need it. I will take it, especially the short time frame support to get lift off at least. 12 hour pointing down, lots of room to run. Daily pointing down, lots of room to run. But then the higher time frames, 2 days still looking good, here. 3 day still looking relatively good here. 5 day has actually turned back down here, which is not looking good. Weekly has actually also turned back down here. Bi-weekly actually looking to turn back down slightly here, and then monthly doing its thing. But yeah, so pretty much if we can, we do need to get a bit of a lift off from this support area up towards the middle of the zone, back towards this resistance area. If we do that, then yeah, we can get back on track with these higher time frame stochastics. And if we obviously grind up over a few periods, then we can reset these obviously 12 hour daily time frames. But yeah, but at the moment, I mean, it's literally a case of do we lose this support? Do stock markets regain this support and not trade lower? If the stock markets do trade high from there, regain that support, yeah, things could look potentially good after obviously the CPI scare. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody pretty much, all major bank economists were suggesting a lower number, which is obviously good for markets. Even the White House came in and predicted a lower number. I don't know why they do stuff like that, but they did. So it was fair enough that the market rallied off that. And then obviously it was fair enough that the market gave up all those gains when basically the information was found to not be true. So here we find ourselves pretty much where we started, apart from what I would say is that Bitcoin is obviously a bit higher than holding the support level, a bit higher than a lot of the previous price action, and certainly above the support area where it wasn't at this point. So yeah, maybe it is not as bad as it could be. But yeah, we shall see obviously where we go from here. So obviously the merge coming in very soon as well, so that will have some sort of an impact on these markets, most notably on Ethereum, and then that could be the tail wagging the dog for a moment until the tail becomes the dog, and we get the flipping in. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the merge. If it goes through successful, I personally expect bullish Ethereum price action after that. I know a lot of people are just like buy the rumor, sell the fact, but yeah, there we go. We'll see what happens. So that is it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.